right, some highlights for you from the Asian Cup. I think United Arab Emirates going home with the third bronze medal. Yeah. So we are going to be seeing the final this weekend, and it's going to be between Australia and South Korea. Promises to be exciting. I can tell you. Now let's come home. Now we've spoken about Asia. Let's talk about quarterfinal matches also starting tomorrow. Yeah. 2 days of rest at the Africa Cup of Nations, Equatorial Guinea 2015. And we are down now to the last 4. Yeah. Last eight quarterfinals, really. Congo against Congo. That's the first game tomorrow. And then you have Tunisia against Equatorial Guinea also tomorrow. Yeah. And then on Sunday you have Ghana against Guinea. Yeah. Cote d'Ivoire against Algeria. Very quickly, Sahid, take a look at these fixtures. Which one jumps at you? Ghana, Guinea?
No, Cote d'Ivoire, Algeria. That is it.
Two teams that went to the World Cup.
Big guns in talking about African football as it stands now, Cote d'Ivoire and Algeria. There's no way you talk about African football now, you're not going to talk about Algeria. And these two sides, they met in Angola 2010. Algeria defeated Cote d'Ivoire then in the quarterfinals. So perhaps they could repeat same come Sunday. But it's going to be very, very difficult for them. The Cote d'Ivoire side now, Gervais will be coming back, and definitely they will be on high, seeing the fact that Gervais will come back, haven't missed 2 matches. For them, and you have to look at the Algerian side. They play more like the Europeans. They tend to spread the balls, and when you have a player like Gervais there, you can just beat.
Everybody's favorite to win the tournament. Dumnodi is Algeria. Yeah. But after they lost to Ghana and now they struggled in the group, it looks like people are beginning to have a change of heart and are looking at the way of the Black Stars.
Story. That picture means that one of the top favorites for the title will go out at the quarterfinal stage. So a lot of people expected that fixtures to be the last game of the tournament, but it didn't turn out to be. This is a game that the Ivorians will want to come out in full force. They escaped from that group.
But they escaped, but they eventually topped the group.
They eventually topped the group, because if that game had ended 1-1, then it would have been what
toss of coin.
That would have been
another drawing of lots.
So, but the Algerians they look like the team. Everybody has ticked. They are top African best team in the ranking at this moment. The Ivorians have second, so it's first and second. But this is a game that the Africans, the West Africans, want to show the kind of quality they have. That's the Ivorian. But I don't envy the Ivorian defense. The 3 men at the back is likely going to be going to be their greatest undoing, because the Algerian attack has a way of trying to pull down every defense. But you have a 3-man at the back. So you have to wait for that onslaught from the Desert Fox 6.
Okay, let's talk about Congo against Congo. Also looks like an interesting fixture. Yeah. Claude Leroy, former coach of Congo DR, now leading Congo against his former team. Most of those boys from TP Mazembe, and then a lot of the players from Congo as well. Remember, they stopped us from qualifying. They beat us in Calabar, but we beat them. We eventually had a better head-to-head over Congo, but from what we've seen in this tournament, it looks they're growing in confidence game after game. They're going to be a handful.
They are a decent side, actually. Now, you have to look at the fact that Clyde, he has the experience when it comes to
African. He's won this tournament before.
He's tutored different African sides.
1988.
Different African sides. In fact, it was even with Ghana, was not Ghana 2008. So he has the experience when it comes to African football. In fact, the way they've played it so far in this tournament, they've been not really impressive, but at least on the average, you have to score them on the high. So coming out against DR Congo, I think that one, I might want to give it to Congo there. He's coached DR Congo before, he knows them very well. Okay, you cannot take anything away from DR Congo. Also, they came out from the back as the third place team in the qualifiers there. But notwithstanding,
in the group that had Cameroon and Cote d'Ivoire.
Difficult group, but they came third in that group, and they were able to qualify.
Okay, let's talk about a particular fixture now and spend some time to reflect on it, because that fixture holds quite a lot of Nigerian interest in that game. We're talking about the Black Stars of Ghana against the City National of Guinea, one of the quarterfinal games that will be played on Sunday. Of interest to us in that game are a number of issues. Number one, President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick, will be the match commissioner for that game, Ghana against Guinea. And then Nigeria's topmost assistant referee, Peter Edibi, has also been listed as the assistant referee 1 for that game. Apart from that, Dumnodi, from the quarterfinals of the Nations Cup, CAF is trying something new.
Yes.
What exactly is going on?
They are doing 4th official.
They are having 4 match officials instead of 3.
Instead of 3, so you have 3
referee,
at the center.
1 referee
at the center. That's
3 assistant referees.
3 assistant referees. So ADB is one of the assistant referees. That's AR1. So it's trying to.
So we're going to be having AR1, AR2, AR3.
They are exploiting ways so that you know we have not introduced the goal line technology yet. So that's what they are
doing. A lot more.
So see whether that can be feasible before the final result, which is the goal line technology. If it succeeds, then CAF is going to go the way of the UEFA that has introduced 5 referees, two goal line assistants.
Somebody says on this goal line,
and the other person says so that you know that football is human, not video games. So I think that's what CAF is doing. But the DB is going to be part, as you mentioned, the president of the Nigerian Pro Federation, Amajibi, the match commission. This is his second match. The first match was the game between Ivory Coast and Guinea. That was his first game. So the Guinean again, 2 games between West Africa. The first 2, I think it's going to be an interesting fixture. I appreciate the fact that the Guineans are still in this tournament. The circumstances surrounding the Ebola in Guinea forced them to play Morocco, and they qualified on the last game against Ghana. A last grab goal was that goal that gave them the qualification ticket to Equatorial Guinea. So I don't know whether the Ghanaians, I don't know whether it's going to be emotional, but the Guineans want to look at that particular incident and event, and that will spur them on.
All right, so that's an interesting story for Guinea. When not able to play on their home soil because of the Ebola virus, they trudged on and were able to qualify, and now, drawing of lots, they were lucky. I mean, it's an amazing story. Maybe their story around the Nations Cup is not just ending yet, but the Black Stars will surely have a lot to say about it. So tomorrow, it all begins, quarterfinal day at the Africa Cup of Nations. Let's come closer home now and spend some time to reflect on what we are doing at home. The Eagles didn't go to the Nations Cup, but there is a tournament going on in Abuja. It's called the Glow Super 6 tournament, or this preseason tournament currently going on. And it's been a fantastic tournament. But guess what? The tournament is over.
With one
round of games to go.
Yeah.
The Flying Eagles have won it.
Beautiful.
Tony, 100% record, 4 out of 4.
100%
4 out of 4. 4 out of 4, and they did that in grand style.
Yeah.
Run us through the results.
Okay, let's see the results. That's match day 4. That's today's game.
Match day 4.
Let me start from down, because that's where you have the Flying Eagles. They beat Dolphins 4-1. That's
match day 4.
Match day 4, and they beat Dolphins 4-1. Eyimba and the Dream Team played out. No. Let's the table here. Let's take a look at match day 4. Producer, match day 4. That's what we want. Match day 4 results. Before we talk about the table, please take this table away first, and let's talk about match day 4 so that we can really break it down the way it is. So let's move this one out and take a look at match day 4 results. Please take this table away. Match day 4 result. Yeah, that's what we want to see now. Okay, the Dream Team 4, that was the first game of the day at 1 p.m. They played a 1-0 draw with Eyimba.
Second draw for the Dream Team.
Yes, and of course, Canopilas, I don't know, Warriors came out smoking. They beat Canopilas 3-1. That was then the last game.
First victory for
Warriors. And of course, the new signing for First Bank. I am Sikiru Adewale. That's a revelation this season for Warriors.
He got a brace.
He got a brace in that game. And of course, the last game is the Flying Eagles beating Dolphins 4-1. Dolphins has 2 men sent off.
They ended the game with 9 men.
I think Stanley Guma should look at that team. That's the poor disciplinary record.
I mean, it clearly shows that they are the least prepared of all the teams at the Super 4. So those are the results. Dream Team 1-1 with Eyimba. Pillars falling like a pack of cards, 1-3 to Warri Wolves. Warri Wolves' best game so far. They've been improving with every game, and it showed in that game against Kano Pillars. And then the Flying Eagles took apart Dolphins, took them apart. 4-1 it ended at the end of 90 minutes. These are match day 4 results. Now, we can take a look at the table and explain to you what exactly is happening on that table. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, producer. This is the table at the end of match day 4. Look at the Flying Eagles. They've played 4, they've won 4, no loss, no draw, goal difference of +7, 12 points. 100% record. The Dream Team, second with 4 games played, 2 wins, 2 draws, no loss, +2 goal difference, 8 points. So clearly, the Flying Eagles are unassailable at the top. Yes. Even if they lose their final game, they will just...
It's done and dusted.
It's done and dusted. Nobody can catch the Flying Eagles. They are runaway leaders. They've won the league. They've won the title. Eyimba, third with 7 points from 4 games. Kano Pillars, 4 from 4. Warri Wolves, 3 from 4. Dolphins, absolutely no points. There's plenty of work to be done for Dolphins. But it's good. We shouldn't read this too much.
Yeah.
Dumnodi, you are our league expert. We shouldn't read too much meaning into this. This is meant to prepare these teams for challenges ahead, and I'm sure they have picked a few lessons.
I think it goes to show that those who have been in camp since last year are the one on top. Those who signed very well at second and third and fourth.
The two teams at the top.
The one that signed.
Hold on. The two teams at the top are national teams.
They started preparing since last year.
They are national teams.
They started.
The third and fourth are CAF Champions League teams.
They're the one that they know. We know their positions.
The fifth and sixth are CAF Confederations Cup.
The way it's so. This is how it is.
So this is according to form book. They have performed according to form book. I mean, top two teams national team. Third and fourth CAF Champions League, fifth and sixth CAF Confederations Cup. Is it not?
But CAF team should be on top since it comprises of different players. National team
has been preparing since last year.
Yes.
The other ones started signing players this year. Some started last year.
So this is to be expected.
This is to be expected.
According to the
I think for Dolphins, they traveled on Friday for the game on Saturday. So I think
it's good because they have about 2 weeks before their first game on the continent.
I saw a lot of good players at Dolphins. I hope they can be able to blend. I saw a certain Ochemedo, the guy from Giwa, in that team.
A lot of good players for Dolphins.
Like I mentioned, the Sikiru Adewale from the first revelations.
It's now left for the teams to go back.
Moving from Rangers to Kano Plus is not just a fluke. It's a big time player, and it's shown that.
It's really
so Kano Plus will be able to take maximum advantage of the potential in that striker. So the national teams, the dream teams, if you see the players at the dream team, you have an Austin Amutu who plays for Warriors. He scored against Warriors. A lot of those players are players who plays top flight football, and I don't know the difference between the dream team and the club side.